boy. What up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua, Paradox Cruz. I'm with the lovely Mel. I don't know her last name. She got 100 of them, and she don't even have a government. I don't even know if her name Mel, but we'll figure that out. Y'all Google some shit and figure out and do some research, see what her real name is. But we're gonna say Mel for now. This is a UFO podcast. The UFO acronym stands for unpopular facts and opinions. We're not going to be politically correct. We're probably not going to be factual on everything that we say. It's going to be our opinion based, and sometimes our facts are not going to line up until we go do better research. We're professional cursors, so people that don't like to hear cursing words, we do apologize. I'm gonna try to keep it to a minimum, but Mel is gangster. She's gonna do her cursing anyway. So let's just get right into it. Tell them a little bit about yourself, Mel. I'm remote from Las Vegas. I met her online. I'm trying to get a video chick for my artist. I seen her. She had a nice look, and I want her to be in my artist video. We built a friendship online. I saw that she had talent in this area. I wanted to do a podcast since the beginning of time, before the Joe Rogans, the Joe Buddens, the Drink Champs all got it popping. I've been procrastinating that long doing my own podcast because I don't really like to hear myself talk or see myself on video or face, but I'm getting over that shit and just doing it. You know what I mean? It's quarantine has helped me in that area. Chime in if y'all want to chime in on different topics or whatever, but we'll give y'all all the information at the end of the podcast on how to be a part of the UFO podcast or whatever. Build a relationship with Mel. Saw the talent in her, wanted her to be a part. She agreed. She had something similar going on, so we just been, building rapport ever since. Tell them a little bit about yourself, Mel, so we can go on and get into these hot topics.
Okay. My name is Melanie, but I go by Mel. We ain't even gonna get into the last names. Like you said, I met him on Facebook. I actually was trying to start a vlog. So I was like, you know what? This is around the alley. This is about the same thing. So I thought I'd, join in, and here I am. Oh, I am here from Colorado right now. I'm just gonna say I'm here from Colorado right now.
Yeah, she originated. Well, I don't know if she was born in North Carolina, but we both came from North Carolina to the West Coast.
Yeah, I was born in North Carolina,
which was ironic. She was in Washington, I was in Vegas, and we both got a Carolina base. So I thought it was ironic and how everything fell into place or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna just roll into the first topic. Of women being supportive of their man, or men being supportive of their woman, and they have a career in entertainment, sports, or anything that requires a real intense grind. What are your thoughts on a woman supporting a man, or a man supporting a woman that's a singer or a rapper? Is that something that you should clown them for at a certain age? And we juxtapose that to men not clowning women for being cosmetologists and being CNAs, even though one is more realistic as far as like getting money now than it is as far as the lottery chances of being an entertainer or athlete. What are your thoughts on supporting men and women blindly, or like supporting their significant other as far as like the arts are concerned? What are your thoughts on it?
As far as supporting your partner, it doesn't matter if your partner is trying to be a artist or a producer, a CNA, whatever. I feel like you need to support your partner. You know what I'm saying? You're a team, so the support should always be there. Now, the issues come in is when we're supporting you and you ain't really putting your all into it. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's say I'm dating somebody, he wants to be a producer, but you only fuck around with it, from time to time. But you want me to throw all my support, into that, and it's like, nah, you got to show me something more for me to give you that support. As far as clowning them, I don't think we should clown them, and I think sometimes I think it's just jokes. It's just jokes. Like, we clowning you, but we ain't really clowning you in real life. It's just jokes right now. You hear what I'm saying? Especially about people wanting to be rappers. It's like, you'll see on social media, like, damn, when we come out of this quarantine, everybody gonna be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's jokes. Everybody gonna be no rapper, and it's the chances of being a rapper, it's very slim. It ain't like it's so much talent out there, but all of you motherfuckers cannot make it. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like I said, yeah, we need to support them, even for the ones that we don't see. that we feel like aren't gonna make it, you still need to just support them. That's their dream. You need to support them. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a partner, you should. But don't have your partner supporting you and you're not giving your all into it, and don't have your partner supporting you and you're draining the fuck out of your partner. Because some of y'all don't realize that. Like, you can still have a dream and want to be an artist, a producer, or whatever. But shit, at the end of the day, bills still have to get paid. You get what I'm saying? So don't think like, okay, I want to be an artist, so I'm just strictly gonna focus on artists. Yeah, but you still got to pay bills. You can't put all that stress on your partner. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing is, sometimes when these people, when these artists actually do get a little bit of bread, then they up and leave the person that been there for them, that's been paying all the bills, that's been showing support. So that's why the clowning and the jokes come in, because it's like, y'all a joke. We gonna support you for you to just up and leave anyways and go deal with the next bitch that didn't put in the work, that didn't put in the effort. So that's why a lot of people don't want to support. They don't give as much support, because it's like, nah, you're not gonna put me in a financial situation right now. You're not gonna drain the fuck out of me right now. You know what I'm saying? For it could possibly be worth it all later, because we're living off of a possibility that you make it. Possibly, like, you possibly could make it. So let me go ahead and take over all the finances. Let me go ahead and take all the responsibility for your dream that you might possibly make it. That's you know, that's somebody that really supports you and somebody that really cares about you. And I feel like as artists, you gotta show the person that's supporting you some love back. You know, take some of that stress off of them. You know, let them know that you appreciate everything, because sometimes we get so caught up in our own businesses and stuff, we forget to acknowledge the people that's there for us.
Yeah, I definitely agree about that. As far as like supporting their artists, or artists getting that support, it's all case by case basis. It's nothing is absolute or concrete. It's all depending on the income level of the woman and the man, as how far you can extend yourself. Like, if I know my woman work at McDonald's and she don't make that much, I can't expect her to put a lot of money to the level to get me to a certain level. If she's supporting me, I can expect her to do her part, but it's not going to get me to the celebrity status. I know I'm going to have to get investors. I'm going to have to do a lot of shows. I'm going to have to put my heart, blood, sweat, and tears in it with the little help that she can give me. So I know not to drain her. Now, if I got a woman that's got bread, I feel like vice versa too. If a man got bread, or, a nice amount of money, I don't feel like I need to go to a investor that I don't know, that's typically, most of the time, they're not of the culture, or they're white, or a different race. When I know that you're a lawyer, or I know that you're a doctor, or I know that you either you hustle a street nigga and you got 100,000 and you got bread, and we can use that bread towards the dream, and we're in a relationship. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I should go to outside investor. I feel like I should work on my credit and work on my money to be able to add to what you already have. But I don't feel like I should be going to no meetings to get no investor if we got bread in as a couple, and we working together trying to accumulate wealth and establish ourselves. But as far as the clowning go, I see a lot of it. It's a lot of memes and a lot of mainstream stuff. Like you said, all of it is not personal. But I really feel like artists and people that are models or people that are athletes or whatever get a bad rap pursuing a dream, because it's instilled in us through slavery and through overtimes. Go to college, go to work, get you a good job, provide for the family. Life is hard, survive, yada, yada, yada. So then those dream jobs that your parents or grandparents wanted, they didn't achieve their dream, so they're looking at you with that same fear of you not achieving your dream. So they're almost pushing you to your plan B already. So I get that a lot when I talk to artists that most of their family, friends, and people around them in the community, from an urban standpoint, they don't rally behind them as much because their dreams didn't pop, or they've been told that life is hard, so they ain't even looking at your chances of you making it. And so from that aspect, I get that it can be tough. But I really feel like if you're dating an artist, or if you're dating an athlete, or if you're dating a model, just do your best, man. Do your best. If you got a little extra change this week, ask them what they need. Do they need some flyers, some cards, or whatever? Be a part. You know what I mean? You never know what it can do for that person. And say this person don't make it, but he find another passion within the passion. Like he ended up being a photographer because he picked up a camera. He ended up being a road manager, or he ended up being a promoter, or he ended up being something that's more attainable, or that you can make bread a little faster. Because I know a lot of artists that started off rapping and end up being producers and open up their own studio, and now their job, their 9 to 5 is a studio owner. You know what I mean? I know that personal. You know what I mean? And they making a lot of money. So you never know where that job could end up being. You know, they might not be in the front of the camera. They might be behind the camera making a lot of money. So you never know where they end up being at. So that's why you support, but don't support blindly. You know, if you know nigga just taking advantage of you and he just using you for your bread and he fucking other bitches and trying to get other chicks, then you know you already know what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is like a good segue into dealing of artists, you know what I mean? And we're in the times of female rappers, and I knew the wave was coming. So what are your thoughts on the whole Meg Thee Stallion contract? And do you feel like we can come from a woman angle of her being a woman in a male dominated industry, and men looking at it like, here she go, she fucking up the money, she fucking up the whole the wave of women right now, and is she pulling a diva act, or do you think it's just her not reading the contract, being young, or do you think being a woman or in a male industry had anything to do with this current situation? What are your thoughts on the whole Meg Thee Stallion contract situation?
I don't feel it had anything to do with her being a female at all. Like people want to point the hand, oh, she's a female, she should have known. No, it had nothing to do with that. What it was, I feel like, and this is my opinion, is that she was just young. She didn't read her contract properly because she was young. I mean, when we're young, we tend to, skip over fine print. We're not going to read. You know how long a contract is? She wasn't going to read all the pages of that shit. Like, let's be for real. Like, when you buy cars and houses, I'm pretty sure 80% of you ain't read that whole damn contract.
Hell no.
She didn't read her contract properly. Now, where I feel like she fucked up at is that she's a student. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again. You couldn't find one lawyer friend on that whole damn campus to read that paper for you. You get what I'm saying? And figure it out. But like somebody told me, she might have needed the money right then and there. Like, she might have read it and been like, shit, these is like my friends. And that's where she fucked up too, is that she went in thinking like, these is like my friends. This is like my family. So I'm going to go ahead and sign this contract now, because I know later on I can negotiate it because we're friends. Fuck with each other heavy. And she got to realize business is business. You know what I'm saying? Like, to a certain degree, sometimes that friendship goes out the window when it becomes business. And then she blew up. So it's like at a time when we were just like, damn, there need to be somebody else other than Nicki Minaj. And then there goes Cardi B. Now got to pick between Cardi and Nicki. It's like, damn, we need somebody in the middle. Megan. You hear what I'm saying? So she didn't read her contract properly. I feel like she's gonna blow up. I feel if she can get out of this situation right here, it's gonna be for the better for her.
Yeah, I feel you. As far as like my perspective on it, from my knowledge, me being an artist and me being understanding certain parts of the business. Even though most artists' first contract are traditionally they've been bad, and it's for a lot of reasons. A lot of people are taking gambles, and so a lot of people don't have faith of what numbers you can turn out until you actually turn those numbers out. So a lot of artists bet on themselves. They go in and be like, I'm gonna sign this bullshit deal because I'm gonna sell a lot of records. I'm gonna do this, and this, and then I'm gonna renegotiate once everything get it popping. So a lot of artists sign from that standpoint of, I got to get out the hood. I need this little advance. I need that title to say I'm signed. So when I go to the hood, I get that love and that praise that I've been dying to get by hustling so long. And so from that perspective, I think it could have been from that perspective. I don't have all the facts as it pertains to Meg's situation.
Yeah.
But me personally, I have a female artist, and you can do a lot of things to a female artist that's attractive that their mother and their daddy and their friends and their boyfriends and their loved ones is not doing. You can buy them clothes. You can make sure their makeup is right. You can get them a crib, a car. You can sign them to advance, spend all these money on them, and that can become attractive. So I'm not saying that Carl T. Ferris or Meg had a love triangle or they had something going on with each other. I'm just saying from a logical standpoint, I feel like some lines got blurred. Somebody expected something because you're dealing with the opposite sex. I'm pretty sure they seen Meg look sexy. Pretty sure they seen her in some compromising positions where, she getting dressed for a show, or she, because she comfortable around people she feel like it's family. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Carl got an attraction and T. Ferris had an attraction. So I don't know. That could be a part of it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying factual. I'm not trying to put, any kind of stuff that ain't out there about Carl and Meg and T. Ferris, say that they have a love triangle. But I really feel like something else is going on other than this contract situation that's making it a real personal feeling thing. And that could be a part of it. You know what I mean? Carl could have feelings, caught feelings, or T. Ferris, or whatever, and somebody didn't get what they wanted reciprocated based on what they was putting out. That could be a part of it. And as far as like the contract, she just meet Beyonce, meet Jay-Z, get all googly eyed. They look at your contract and say, this could be better. And any contract you look at, you can find flaws in it and say, hey, this could be better. So I'm not saying she had a trash deal, but most artists' first deals are trash because the leverage is on the side of the loaner or the person that's loaning you money, because he don't know what you're going to return. So he's trying to cover himself because he don't know are you going to pop or not. It's like getting a loan. They don't really know. So they want you to have collateral. They want you to put some collateral up. They want you to put something so they can have leverage if shit don't go right. So typically your first deal is going to be kind of bad. And if you comparing her deal to what's out there, I heard that hers was a little bit better than most people's first deal. Not that it is right, because I'm pretty sure her deal is horrible. But in comparison to her peers and most people's first deal, I'm hearing that it was a better deal than most people first deals are. So that's my opinion on it. And I really feel like right now is a bad time because with like female rappers, this is like 1988 for female rappers, and female rappers, everybody's trying to get a female rapper. Griselda just signed Armani Caesar. She's affiliated with North Carolina. She's from Buffalo, New York, and she just signed the Griselda Records and everything. And they popping because they shine with Shady with Eminem. So everybody's trying to get a female rapper. You know what I mean? The Baby them just signed a female artist from Henderson. You know what I mean? Big Mally, shouts out to Big Mally. And so like everybody's trying to get a female rapper. So I feel like this gonna put a stain, and it's gonna have, this is like a misogynistic male dominated industry, and this gonna put a stain on people throwing that big cash at women. And it's gonna hurt people's signing bonuses, because men are gonna be like, I don't want that diva shit to happen like Meg. So that's my thoughts on it. Like, this could be a negative for female rappers to come if this goes south. So this is like a big moment in female rap history, how she deals with this. And I really don't think she should have went live, but women are kind of emotional. No disrespect to women in that area. And I feel like she's probably being the Madam C.J. Walker of this situation, trying to trailblaze and open her mouth and speak up against a lot of male misogynistic stuff in this male-dominated industry. So that's my thoughts on it. So I can see both sides of it, and so that's my thoughts on it.
Now, as far as her, like, I feel like she opened with all these new female rappers coming out and her doing that live video. Y'all see where she fucked up at now. So it's like, all right, Meg fucked up. Let me go get somebody to read my damn contract.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what you got to be on.
Yeah.
You see what she messed up, you gotta correct yourself. And then never, if you anywhere close to Houston and you in the South, do not implicate your boy in nothing, because he like Suge Knight of the South. And she don't got your boy implicated in it. What's his name? Shit, I forgot his name. I don't want damn brain dead. But the old boy that run Rap A Lot Records or whatever. His name will come back to me. It's a familiar name everybody know, but she's implicated him in it, and he stood up for Carl Crawford. So I'm kind of shaky in Houston right now. But he said he don't think Jay-Z know anything about it or have anything to do with it. And Jay-Z ain't made a statement, so I don't know. I don't think it look good for both parties at this point. But yeah. I hope it work out for the better. I don't think it look good for female rappers if she carrying the torch for this type of way to handle business. And I don't think it looks good for 1501 at this current moment because it's like she's the celebrity. So when you put stuff in public, the court of public opinion, people are going to side with the famous artist when Carl could be the good person. But it's hard for the people in the public to look at him as a good person when he's not the celebrity.
Yeah,
So, it's just one of those. It's just one of those situations. But we're gonna segue. If you ain't got anything else to chime in, we're gonna go on and get right to the shits. A topic that I feel like I've been the minority in this topic, and I feel like it's a topic that we gotta dive into. And it deals with paying for pussy. Just paint the whole idea of men paying women for their time, sex, and all that, all those things. I got a lot of theories. I'm gonna let you jump it off. But I got a lot of theories and thoughts about that whole aspect of paying for pussy, paying for time, pleasure, or whatever. And it always been in the man's corner that's actually, well, women on the receiving end of that cash. And, why is it like that? Is it tradition? Is it men not sticking up for themselves? Is it women? What are your thoughts on the actual paying for pussy and this whole $40 standard or whatever? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that?
You know what? When it comes to that, I'm still trying to figure out. We need to figure out where the $40 came from. Niggas been paying for pussy all their damn life. I'm just trying to figure out where y'all decide that $40 was, the limit. You know what I'm saying? So what were we saying? Like $40, you $40 bitches is fucking the rest of these bitches up. Because there was bitches out here that had niggas buying condos, paying for cars, paying rent, cell phone bills. What the fuck is we gonna do with $40? And it's like women do they hold they shit on a pedestal, and from what I heard in the streets, some of y'all should, so they worth more than $40 because they rep shows that they worth more than $40. You shouldn't have a rep, but your rep says $40 is not what you deserve.
Yeah.
But as far as men, y'all been paying for pussy all your life. Y'all started it. What we talk about hush money. So, lawyers, doctors, y'all you wanna take a bitch on the side, you wanna buy her cars, clothes, houses, you wanna pay her, buy her all this shit just for that little bit of pussy. And it's basically it's hush money. So y'all started it. And now you wanna complain because you gotta, they want what they deserve. Like y'all started the shit. It's like, don't spoil a child and then let them grow up, and then later on you like, well, I can't spoil you no more. You done started the shit.
My aspect, my perspective, the angle I'm coming at is a little different. I know that men have been using women, using a car, using a credit. Women are graduating at more of a higher rate and being more successful than men are these days. So they're kind of like the providers these days, and ironically, the roles are changing. But that's another topic for another day as well. And I know that, we try to flip your tax money and all these stuff traditionally. And I know that typically men do benefit from women taking care of them as far as cooking and a lot of other things that come with being with a woman. I'm not saying that women don't do nothing. I'm not saying that. But my angle at what I'm coming in is, how do you, like, what group got together and determined the value for the coochie? Like, how do you determine, if I haven't sampled it, how do I determine if you worth a phone bill, or if you worth your rent being paid, or if you worth the $40 or whatever? Because I haven't sampled it. Now, if I got proof, I done touched it, and I know it's grade A, and you pay my rent, and I know that it was some good, and I know being around you is fire, and like, I go on vacation with you, you look good, smell good, and you got me all vulnerable and in my feelings and stuff, then that money gonna probably fly. And men ain't gonna admit it. For the most part, that money gonna fly. But if I ain't tested it, I don't know what his confidence is coming from with women trying to sell fantasies, kind of like a stripper. The man may hit, and then men are spending money on the rent, the cell phones, and they ain't even got it yet. Like, how, like, what legislative board or who is setting the price value of the vagina if you haven't tested it? And like, if I need a video or something, I need you to show me what you can do. Not to sound vulgar, what I mean, for people that are like, feel like I sound disrespectful, I sound nasty or whatever. But really though, I'm on some real, like, if I'm paying the hit and I don't know if it's good or not, you gotta show me some video or something you did in the past that would say, hey, I gotta pay your rent. Like, I need to know that I'm getting what I'm paying for. Like, if I buy Gucci, I know it's a designer gear. So I'm buying a $300 t-shirt or shirt, and it means something to a lot of people in the world. So I'm getting my response, my results, I'm getting it back for the money that I'm kicking out. I know if I buy Benz, that emblem on that car makes people be like, oh, he's look successful, he got money. So I'm getting my result, a return back from that Benz that I bought. Like, I don't know your vagina is up there with Nike or BMW or the Gucci. I don't know that your vagina is up there yet. So how are you trying to get me to pay $1,000 for your rent if I don't even know the brand of it? If I don't know what I'm getting in return, that's my issue. And why does men not put a value on their penis? Why do we have a value on negotiation? Is it okay for men to be like, yo, pay my cell phone bill for this dick? Like, is it like men got some kind of, you can like have your muscles popping out your neck, abs, a big long dick, and we still ain't started charging for the dick. And why is that? Is it like gonna be weird, or is it weird for men to even think of ourselves in that way? What are your thoughts on that? I know it's a lot to unpack, but what are your thoughts on that angle of it? You know what I mean?
I feel it to me, and this is to me, it'd be weird for a nigga to be like, listen, I'm gonna give you this dick, but you need to pay my rent. It's like, well, hold the fuck up. What? Like, nigga, you the provider. Like, the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, as we have this mindset that, you're the man. You're the one who's supposed to have the money. You're the provider. You're the one that takes care of everything. So it's like, I'm not paying you for dick, nigga, when I can go to the next.
Yeah, but we feel like that about the $40 chick. Like, even though you may look better, this ugly chick only charging $40, so I'm just gonna get my pleasure off on this chick. And you charging for rent, so like the value, it's like I don't know how they got to 40. I don't know why it ain't been like 50, 100, 1,000. Like, how did you get to the $40? Like,
I don't know how them got to that $40. And like I said, $40. When we need $40, $40. Rent is over $1,000, and you charging these niggas 40. Like, how did you determine that? And it ain't even with the men; it's the women. Like, you dumb bitches. Like, how did you figure your shit was worth $40? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, no, you are.
But I low key respect the woman that, after you hit it and it's good, and you looking at it like, damn. And she be like, I'm hungry. You want to go get something to eat? Like, I respect that manipulation better. Because I just hit it and it was great. Hell yeah, we can go get something to eat.
Well, shit, you can't hit it.
I'm paying for it. And I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to pay for it happy. Yeah, girl. Where you want to go? You want to go to Ruth Chris, girl. You know what I mean? I like the woman that act like she ain't charging that, and then you hit it, and she needs something right after you finish nothing. Like, I like her because she get it. She like, okay, I don't let you sample it. It's good. I see you. I saw you shaking. But like, then, nigga, my rent behind. Shit, how much, girl?
There we go. See,
how much, girl? I got it right now. What you need? We need to keep these lights on. I'm coming back next week.
Oh, my phone is dying. Okay.
I like them better. Manipulate me. Use me. Manipulate me. Use me.
It's my manipulate. Okay, so laying in bed and she rolls over and it's like, it was good, and she's like, yo, I need $40.
Shit. I got 100. I got 40. I got 40 for next week.
But what separates them from a prostitute? You fuck a prostitute and it's like, okay, I need 50.
But prostitute, typically, we look at them as a little nastier because they in the streets, they walking and roaming. Even though somebody that's not in the streets that's selling coochie could be nasty too. It's like I have more of a rapport with you, I can see you out and about, and then you like got a job and you actually go to work on something. You know what I mean? A prostitute is like she gonna fuck all day for the money. You know what I mean? Like somebody that's shooting themselves and are not necessarily a prostitute by profession. You know, a lot of men tend to like that more so than going to get like some nasty chick that be outside all day. You know what I mean? So I think it's a little different. You know what I mean? It's still by definition it's still the same, but it's a little different if you got a job. If you got a job and you just pimping niggas for the little bread or whatever, because you can actually turn that person a little bit. Like we can build a rapport. And we can end up being in a relationship. You know what I mean? But the girl that's in the street, you typically don't want to bring her dirty ass home and be like, "Ma, look, this is my woman." You know what I mean? So it's a little different. It's a little different. You know what I mean? But I ain't never been the type, the jealous type, or the double standard type, or the one that need all the bad bitches to validate my manhood or my claim with the niggas or with the guys. So I always been kind of like my own person in that aspect. I've dated ugly, I've dated average, I've dated pretty, big, slim, small. It's all about your relationship with me. I've talked to and befriended a lot of like chicks that's like hoes in the hood, but we got a dope vibe, and I like her. You know what I mean? Like fuck that. You know what I mean? That's your past. Like I like you. You know what I mean? So it's always how you treat me and how we vibe. I don't care about your story, your past. We can work on that. We can work on fixing your image and getting better as a person and as a couple. You know what I mean? So I ain't never been worried about niggas clowning me. You know what I mean? Because I'm talking to the neighborhood hoe or whatever. It's all about my connection with you. You know what I mean? So what are your thoughts on the whole the cheating aspect, or the whole idea of men being the face of it, or women feeling like niggas ain't shit and the whole niggas ain't shit, complaining and crying on social media? What are your thoughts on that part of it? Because my theory is, I feel like women have always been cheating to the same level of men. I've been alone in my thinking, because you know a lot of people don't agree with that sentiment, and you know and they feel like all niggas is dogs. But I really feel like since the beginning of the time, I really feel like women been cheating on the same level. It's just y'all hide behind y'all femininity, y'all playing stuff thoroughly, and we put pussy and the woman's anatomy on such a high pedestal that we overlook it and we don't even care about certain parts of it. So I feel like y'all get a pass after y'all cry and be the victim. Y'all get a pass that y'all cheating a little different than men. You know what I mean? Like we might call y'all a hoe and say, you know, that bitch fucking a lot of niggas, yada. But we still gonna secretly, we're gonna hit double back and try to hit. You know what I mean? Because we put pussy on such a high pedestal. So I really feel like since the beginning of the time, women been cheating on the same level. It's just that now, you know, with the savage trend and music and the city girls and Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B and all that, I really feel like the femininity of women is changing a little bit. They're becoming more aggressive. They pimping the niggas and shit. And so, what are your thoughts on that as a whole? I know it's a lot to unpack. But what are your thoughts on that as a whole? Do you feel like it's a case by case thing? Do you feel like as far as like cheating goes, it's based on how it's done, or is that like a immediate deal breaker for you?
I feel like cheating, in my opinion, is based on how it's done. You know what I'm saying? I feel like cheating, it's been around for a long time, and I feel like, in my opinion, it started with men. And I know a lot of men, you know what I'm saying, upset with me, but it started with you motherfuckers. Y'all started the shit, because back in the day, you got to think about it. Women were what? We were home. Like, we were homebodies. We had to stay home with the kids. We had to cook. We had to clean. We didn't have a lot of women. You go talk to your nobody's great, but you know, go talk to your great grandparents. The grandma probably never had a job a day in her life. Don't even know what it's like to work. Your grandma probably never had a job a day in her life. But you know, the women didn't have jobs back then. They stay at home moms, cook, clean, stuff like that. So you got this man. He's making all the money. He's paying all the bills. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like men felt entitled to more pussy. Like, shit, I pay all the bills. I'm about to go do what I want to do in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And women put up with it, because it's like, okay, he can't. How am I going to survive if this man leaves? You know what I'm saying? So women put up with the cheating. And then now it's to the point where it's like, listen, you're not getting ready to cheat because nigga, I make more money than you. Like you cheat, I'm like, it's a deal breaker. I'm down. You know what I'm saying? But some women, when they realize, and it ain't even on a money aspect. Some women, if a man cheats, you realize what you have, and it's like, you know what, it was a mistake. We can work through this. You know what I'm saying? But then there's, situations where
it's who he cheated with and how he cheated.
It's who he cheated with. It's how he went about it too. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you telling me you at work and I find out this nigga really ain't been at work all, he's saying he worked 12, 14-hour shifts, but you only working 8. You've been cheating. Now it's like when you come back, I can probably forgive you, but can I really believe that when you actually pulling these 14 hours, you really there 14 hours? Because now your mind's going to want it. You know what I'm saying? But then y'all started it. Y'all started it because y'all felt like you were masculine. You were the authority figure. So it's like you felt entitled to cheat back in the day.
Yeah, tighter the more pussy.
It rolled down. But now it's like times are changing. Women are more masculine than some of you niggas. And it's like, you ain't cheating on these bitches. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not cheating on us. But yeah, y'all men started it. Point blank period.
I just feel like, women are smarter at the planning of it. Like, the thinking of how, from beginning to end, the details, and as far as getting their friends on board and all that. And I think men, from a macho and ego standpoint, is like, what the fuck she gonna do to me if she do catch me? So it's more like it's false confidence. It's like, I don't want her to catch me because I like her, but I don't want the homies to know I really like her like that. So I'm scared as hell, but I'm fronting to the niggas like, whatever. She better not be doing nothing. And the whole time we out doing something. And I've never been the double standard type. Like, I can cheat, but she can't. So I'm kind of like a minority in that aspect. A lot of men feel like, a lot of men can take cheating, but they can cheat, but they can't take it. And I ain't never been that type of person. My whole thing is, I look at it as from an aspect. It's about, it ain't a gender thing for me. That's why I really feel like women been cheating just as much as men since the beginning of time. Because it's a human thing. Greed, convenience, lust, and opportunity. I feel like that's what creates cheating. And the whole idea of monogamy is like a weird thing to me. I know it's good to be monogamous. It's good to like have a commitment, a relationship with commitment, monogamy, or whatever the case may be. I know it's dope to have a relationship with your discipline and controlling your flesh. But from an American standpoint and from how we live, it don't make sense because we ain't disciplined in those areas of greed. Like, you think about it. You pull up to a drive-thru, they got 2 for $5. You can get 2 sandwiches for $5. You know what I mean? You go buy shoes, you gonna want more than one pair. You got a closet full of them bitches. You go buy a car, you know what I mean? You gonna want one car this year, next year you gonna want another car. It's always new. America teach you new. You get the iPhone 11, iPhone 12 come out. You get the new LeBrons, the new KDs come out. You get the new KDs, the new Stephs come out. So you got so much plentiful options in all aspects of your life that you practice on not being disciplined about with your day-to-day life. Then you meet a bad chick. She smell good, look good, feel good, and you like her conversation, you like her vibe, she got a nice body. And you go inside her and you start developing a relationship, and the world tell you can only have one of her. She make you feel better. She make you feel better than them shoes you bought. She make you feel better than that sandwich you bought. She make you feel better than all those great things that you spend money on to look good for people. She make you feel better than all that. From an orgasm standpoint, from a feeling good about life standpoint, I got a trophy, whatever. And you can only get one of them. And then you go to Walmart and you go to the mall and you see a body that look better. And you see somebody that got a little better status, may have a little bit better money. Your thought is, I want to try that. That shit probably good like mine. And I'm not condoning it, but I'm saying from a logical standpoint, I'm going to want more than one of what I'm feeling right now. You know what I mean? So that's the greed. And then the convenience is, shit, my woman don't know. How long can I get away with this? You know what I mean? The lust, the flesh, the lust, you know what I mean? She got a fat ass, my woman. Titties look a little prettier, skin, you know what I mean? Hair a little longer. Like, this going to feel like my woman feel. I'm excited. I'm excited to sneak over there. Opportunity. I'm sneaking. You gave me the opportunity because you went with the homegirls. I'm about to roll out and go get it. And so I think it's greed, lust, opportunity, and convenience. It has nothing to do with gender because women have that same greed, same lust, same opportunity. It's just that women are been overprotected. They've been raised a little different. So y'all have a different relationship with wanting the shining armor. Because y'all been taught it since a little kid to get that knight in shining armor, and everybody around you be guarding pussy, from your uncles to your family to your cousins to your friends. No, stay away from her. She's gonna wait till she gets married. Leave the pussy alone. Like everybody's like protecting the girl from dick, but men are not getting protected from pussy. Ain't nobody like, man, that's my little cousin. He got a bright future in basketball and rapping. Leave that dick alone. Ain't nobody saying that about boys, little boys. They like, take this money, get out my face. You know what I mean? So we got to figure out life on our own. We got to learn women and love and relationships on our own, like trial and error. Whereas women, they've been taught discipline. They've been taught to sacrifice and to hoard off lust and to ward off different dicks that getting thrown at them. So how y'all been raised is a little different. That's what creates the difference. But I don't think that it stopped women from wanting some bigger dicks or a sexier man, or they see this fine man in Walmart or that. I still think they still get excited. It's just that we show it more than y'all show it. You know what I mean? Like we see a fine girl in Walmart, we like, God damn, woo! Y'all see a fine guy in Walmart, you're like, damn, he look good over there to the left. 12 o'clock, girl. Don't look right now, my man. My man right there. My man right here. Don't look. 12 o'clock though, girl. He fine as hell. And see, y'all know, like y'all don't have to get super excited because y'all know that dick is gonna holler at y'all a little faster than pussy gonna holler at a man. So we feel like we gotta be overt because we don't get the action that y'all get as easy. You know what I mean? So from that aspect, I feel like that's the only difference. But I still feel like the numbers, it just makes sense because so many people holler at women during the day in a day's time that you would think or the logic would line up that women cheat or do stuff that ain't honorable more just as much as men. It's just that we're not confident enough to or like our ego and pride won't let us snoop or like be a detective on y'all as much as y'all are to us. You know what I mean? And so what are your thoughts on that? I know there was a lot to unpack or whatever.
Oh God. I don't even know where to begin on that one, but with the whole, I don't care. Men, y'all started the shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep going with that. Men, you started it. And the reason that I feel like men are so cocky, because back in the day, women had to had an image to uphold as being pure, being, you get what I'm saying, feminine, and she couldn't do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? The man can go off and he can fuck 100 bitches. And we talking about back in the day. When I say back in the day, I'm talking about when there were emperors, kings, queens. He can fuck 100 bitches, but let his wife fuck one nigga and he finds out. What do? He kills her. He can get rid of her ass. You know what I'm saying? He can easily be like, all right, I ain't got to deal with this bitch. So that's why I feel like men have that mentality where it's like, shit, if she cheat, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? But women, we have the mentality of, okay, he got to cheat, and then he cheats, and then he cheats. And I got to forgive, I got to forgive, I got to forgive, I got to forgive. Because it's just, I feel like that's just history replaying itself. Like, that's where I'm at with that. You know what I'm saying? If women knew for a fact, like, I feel like if women back in the day knew for a fact, like, I can cheat, and my husband wouldn't do shit about it, and my life wouldn't be at risk, you know what I'm saying, with me cheating, yeah, we would have been cheaters too back then. We would have probably been, just as great at it as y'all was. But that's just history replaying itself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, and think about it now, like, a man cheats on a woman, we're more forgiving. Because that's what we've basically been taught to do, is forgive. Like, your man's gonna wrong, your man cheat, forgive. But let a nigga get cheated on. He had, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you done shot his dog, you done set his house on fire, you done fucking killed his mama. He can't forgive. Men are not as forgiving as females when it comes to the whole cheating thing. Because and you can't handle it like we can. So
I do.
y'all head, y'all feel like, well, women are the best cheaters. Women are this. No, it's just that y'all are actually the cheaters. Y'all cheat more, but y'all just can't handle it. Y'all can't handle it.
Yeah, I just feel like that's not my job. Is not to worry about that, right? I really feel like women worry about being cheated on so much they birthed it into existence. Like when I meet a chick, my I be thinking of like I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'm kind of like cheesy and corny in that aspect.
Yeah.
I be thinking of like fucking in Jamaica on the beach by the shore and shit. I be thinking of like grand shit because I'm gonna die one day. Like like that whole idea that I'm gonna die one day is scary to me, right? And so when I'm in a relationship, I treat a relationship like I don't know shit. I might be dead tomorrow. So if I got enough money, we're gonna go out, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna have fun. We probably travel. We're gonna go to tropical islands. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. You know what I mean? So I'm always on the go and always thinking of stuff. I don't be thinking like, is my woman sucking a dick or is she fucking somebody else? Now if it come up, I'm gonna deal with it and talk about it and decide if I'm gonna stay with her through the cheating or not.
Yeah.
But cheating is not a deal breaker to me because I'm not fixated on it in that way. I'm more fixated on me loving you the right way, being with chivalry and me making sure that I do my best to the point where you remember me for the rest of your life. Even if you end up marrying somebody else or dating somebody else, in the back of your head, you're like, damn, Docs was good to me. And that's what give me a high. I'd rather focus on that than actually focusing on is she a cheater or not. It's not my job to govern you and make sure you don't cheat on me. So I don't really get down like that. And I hate people that come in relationships and try to like boss their man into being single. I mean being faithful. Because the whole thing, faithful is based on the word faith. Like if you don't follow that person around all day, every day, all you got is the faith. You don't know if your man a good nigga or not. So all these women running around here, I got a good man finally. You don't know. He good right now. You know what I mean? And vice versa. Right, you don't know if you got a good woman. And you don't know if you got a good woman or a good man. It's all based on faith. And it's all based on what he show you and tell you. He be living a double life. Not to say that all men and women are. Yeah. It's just the fact of it. You don't follow them everywhere. You know what I mean? So like that's why I don't get caught up in the cheating, and it ain't a deal breaker to me because you can't know 100% who you got in that area. Yeah. So I channel my focus in the shit I can control. Yeah, which is how I treat how I treat you. How I treat you. Yeah, you know? And how I treat you is my control. Like I can, how many bubble baths have I ran? How many times I've sent you, gave you a nice dinner, or took you out, or how many times I bought you some shoes or outfit? How many times I paid? How many times I took you on vacation? How many times we've been to the strip club or the club together, or what am I doing to advance your life as far as finances and credit and career and goals? Like, am I doing my part in that area? That's my focus. You know what I mean? Like I've caught plenty of chicks living by a male double standard. That's why I don't believe that it's a man is a face of cheating, because I've caught plenty of chicks like hollering at niggas in their phone and shit like that and talking to different, men, and then acting like they faithful and being mad if it's done to them. You know what I mean? Having that whole double standard. So that's why I always looked at it as like, man, this whole shit is a big ass myth. It's about human. It's about greed, convenience, lust, and opportunity. And us having a discipline and having a relationship with being disciplined. And it's hard. You don't roll out of bed and have a good grasp on not being a cheater. It's some people that's good at being faithful. But for the most part, you got to work at it daily. Because, women are getting more naked and more naked and more naked. And they get more prettier because they buying bodies now. They buying perfect bodies. Like, you can't compete with that. You can't compete with the fact that everybody got a nice ass and a nice stomach now, and they paying for it. Like, there ain't no way around it. Like, everywhere you turn, there's a bad bitch somewhere with leggings on and no drawers, showing their camel toe. Like, shit. I won't horny, but I am now. Shit, you know what I mean? And then the reason I named this podcast Better or Worse is, how do you feel about the whole quarantine and the coronavirus situation? And we're gonna end it like that. Didn't want to really like harp on the whole virus aspect of it, but how do you feel? You feel like people going crazy? Because I've been seeing a lot online of people going crazy, acting like they really going to parties and they ain't really going to no damn party. So do you feel like people are going crazy or they're being creative, not trying to lose their mind with all this pandemic and all the government lying to us? And so are we going to end up better or worse after this quarantine? Or what are your thoughts on it? Just unpack a lot of thoughts on this whole quarantine situation. Are we going to end up better or worse after this?
Let me start off by saying that there's a lot of quarantine parties going on where people are pretending that they're in the club. They're saying what's up to their friends. You know, they're sending virtual drinks. I don't feel there's anything wrong with that. You get what I'm saying? Because as children, what did you tell your children to do? Use their imagination.
Use their imagination.
We pretended that the living room was a volcano and the floor was the ocean and we hopping from pillow to pillow. You know what I'm saying? So it's no different. And then you got to think about it. When you're cleaning your house and you're doing dishes, you're doing laundry, you're playing music anyway. So what's the difference on cutting on Facebook and getting in one of these live parties and listening to the music? Still doing what you're doing, jamming, going back, texting like, oh, hey girl, like, oh, I'm enjoying this. It's no different. Like it's the same thing, except for we just calling it a quarantine party because we're actually stuck in the house. You know what I'm saying? There's no difference in it. And I don't feel those people are crazy. I feel it's the people that ain't participating that's crazy. Because what the fuck is you doing in your spare time besides going in these quarantine parties, seeing what the fuck these people doing just so you can go on Facebook and write about it? You the crazy one. You know what I'm saying? You got 62.3K people minding their business, listening to music, and then you get a 10 people write a status. Oh, you people are fucking crazy. You the crazy one because shit, everybody else over there enjoying themselves. Now, as we getting better or worse, I do feel like with this situation, after this quarantine, I feel like in order for things to get better, in order for things to be better, they had to get worse. We had to go through this in order for things to get better, in my opinion, because, like I said, I feel like Mother Nature hit the reset button on us. You know, this was her resetting everything. I've seen posts on Facebook where they're saying that the ozone layer healed itself. We see where China's pollution dropped. We seen where in Italy the canals became crystal clear. That dolphins actually were swimming up in it. That's Mother Nature hitting the reset button. You know what I'm saying? And with this, it showed us why I said things had to get bad before they could get better. It's gonna get bad. Yeah, we're gonna get bad first because this showed us that the U.S. is not ready like we thought.
Take your hand out the mic. I think you covering up the mic on your phone.
Can you hear it now?
Oh yeah, I heard you, but it was kind of muffled. Yeah, it's better.
I don't know what was going on then, but like I was saying, showed that the U.S. is not ready for this at all. Like, we pride ourselves on being number one. Like, we the best. This showed us we not prepared. So things are going to get bad because now other countries are looking at us now like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Y'all number one, but you motherfuckers didn't even know what to do. And in my opinion, it's because of who leading us, but we're not gonna get into that, but we showing other countries that we have weaknesses, and right now we're showing them our weaknesses, and we're gonna have to prove to them that we not. It's like a kid going to school, and you know what I'm saying. He got on a pink shirt. Now everybody in class thinking this nigga soft, so
yeah,
they don't fuck with this nigga in the pink shirt. You get what I'm saying? Until he beat somebody ass, and they like, all right, I ain't fucking with that nigga in that pink shirt.
Yeah.
And that's what the U.S. ready to go through. So we're gonna have to go through some shit because we showing our weaknesses right now, and in order for everything to get better. But I do see us coming out better because if we take the time and pay attention to like I said, China's air pollution, what caused it to get so bad, take notes on how is it so much better now. The canals in Italy, like what made the water become crystal clear, the ozone layer, what did we change that helped the ozone layer heal itself? If we make the proper changes, we can be so much better. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, not just the U.S., but as in the world as a whole, if we can make the proper changes, you know what I'm saying? We can be so much better.
Yeah, and as far as like the parties go, I feel like it's salute to D Nice. DJs been going live, producers been going live, rappers been doing freestyles on their phones since the beginning of time. But with his quarantine, it took it to another level. And D Nice started off with his party, and then the celebrities came, and then we follow suits with what all the celebrities do and make it a little bit bigger. So salute to everybody that's doing the quarantine parties and not trying to lose their mind. I think it's real creative. The only part where I kind of feel like it's crazy is when people actually put makeup on and put outfits on and act like they're actually leaving the house. I'm going to the quarantine party in some damn balling shorts and a tee with probably no shoes on and my socks. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I ain't really getting dressed up to do it, but for those that get dressed up and really act the part, I salute y'all too. But that's them the people I think is a little crazy. But other than that, I think it's people. I think it's people that's being creative, trying not to go insane, and a lot of people need therapy in this time. A lot of people need therapy now. It's people killing each other, and gangs getting a little bit more active and stuff. So things are worse and better. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm kind of in the middle as far as we're gonna be better or worse. I really feel like it's opening up a lot of conversations about things in your family. You might be around your family more, and you might want to talk about that person that molested you that you never talked about. You might want to talk about that cousin that done you wrong, or that friend that done you wrong, that girl that done you wrong, or that wife or husband that you in the house with, or that family member that done you wrong. And you might want to have that dialogue and really have some therapy and really pray more and get more closer to your spirituality and your religion. Get on your Bible or whatever you prescribe to as far as like your spirituality. I think those are things that's the gift and the curse of it. You know what I mean? Because however you deal with that, it's how you judge if it's getting worse or better. Because some people probably don't want to unpack all those things, and they might have to because they're in the house with the perpetrator. You know what I mean? And some people have a difficult time reading the Bible and stuff, and they might want to get spiritual, get closer to a religion, but they don't really know how because it ain't something that's cool or something they've ever had to do. And they probably want to try it, you know what I mean? But they ain't around no pastor or nothing, so they leaning on their own level of understanding. So there's a lot that's going on. So I don't really know how we're gonna end up with the regime that we got in office now. But I do know if you got a strong faith base and you spiritual, you could see the silver lining in a lot of things based on us having a strong faith. And I really feel like as far as me, my personal journey, it's making me reach out to people, inbox people and text people that I may have done wrong or they may have done me wrong. And I'm like, oh, we getting older, man. And people dying, Kobe dying, people dying, and as far as like the quarantine and all that stuff. I mean, with the pandemic and all that stuff. So and then my mother just passed in October. So it's making me want to have those tough conversations with people that I don't speak to as much, even if they ignore me or whatever. So in that aspect, I'm getting better in that aspect. And as far as like making beats and rapping more and doing more songs and doing more logos, doing more clothing line pieces, helping people brand their clothing line, doing all those things, I'm doing them a little bit more on a better level. Doing my podcast, like I said, this quarantine helped me get back to my podcast, start the podcast because I had so many excuses of why I didn't want to start it before the quarantine, and so this allowed me to stop procrastinating, stop making excuses. Like I said, I wanted to do this podcast a long time ago before podcasts became a trend. But this is a perfect time. People watching and listening, thinking about different stuff. For that aspect. And before we get out of here, I do want us to comment on the Madam C.J. Walker movie real quick before we give out the information on how they can follow us and stuff. What do you think about the Madam C.J. Walker movie real quick? I feel like it was a good movie. I don't like the end and how she was like, yeah, I stole your idea. But, we could have worked together. I don't like that part. And I don't like some of the parts where I felt like she disrespected her husband. But I do, in context to the film and her trying to trailblaze for women, I do understand she had to kind of disrespect the man in order to give the woman a bigger voice. So because back in those days, a woman couldn't say much or do much. So she had to teeter the line between a little disrespect and blazing her own trail and actually having a bigger vision than her husband had for herself. So she had to kind of like do it balls against the wall so that women can have a bigger voice. So what are your thoughts on the Madam C.J. Walker? And I commend LeBron for getting Octavia Spencer more pay for her role. That was dope.
Yeah, shout out to LeBron on that one. I feel like it was a good movie. From a female's point of view, and to me, it was a good movie. You know, there's gonna be people that say it wasn't, but it was a good movie. I feel like I in there. I'm not gonna say that I saw 100% disrespect, and that's where we might disagree on that one. I didn't see disrespect. I saw determination. I saw a man that was content with making a little bit of bread, and he got content, and he was satisfied with where he was. But the thing about dreams, nobody sees them but you, because it's yours. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't see where she was trying to be. She could see it in her head. And so, you know how they always tell you, if you can see it, you can touch it. So she had to keep going until she could touch her dream. He was fine. He's like, shit, we making enough money. We cool right here. And she wasn't. She wasn't fine with that. And he wanted to, and in my opinion in the movie, I felt like she did the most work. She put in that effort. She put in this. She thought of these dreams. She thought of this. Whether or not she stole somebody's product is relevant, but she put in a lot of work, and he wanted to be recognized for her work too. And I didn't feel that was right either, because it's like, you're trying to tell her like, all right, this is where we capping at. We ain't doing nothing else. But then you still want credit. The more she became famous and the more she had, noticeable she got, he wanted that credit. He wanted to be recognized right alongside of her.
Yeah, but he also, it's kind of like a contradiction, because he also wanted her to stop at a certain point, but she kept pushing, and then he still wanted credit as she kept pushing. Yeah. I do understand that perspective.
So, yeah, that's why I was saying I can't see the 100% disrespect. I'm not going to say that she did not disrespect her husband, but she had to, because that was back in the era where, what the man said, go. Like, I'm the husband, so what I said, go. And he even said it in the movie. He's like, he's the husband. What he says goes. It's like, nah, nigga, we going to be bigger than this. So, But to me, it was a good movie. Like you were talking about the end, when she was talking about stealing the girl's idea. I felt that it had to be in there. That part had to be put in there. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she didn't steal it. She took her idea. Well, she did steal it. We just say she stole it. She took the girl's idea, but she made it better. And it's no different than what people are doing today. Somebody, people take ideas right now, and it's like, okay, I'm going to take this person's idea. I'm going to take from his idea, but I'm going to make it 10 times better. And then when you look at the two ideas, it's like, well, shit, I get where, it was your idea, but this nigga over here, he made it better. So, or she made it better. So I want this one. So that's just life. I feel like that had to be. It's like McDonald's, Burger King, Hardee's. Yeah. It's all the same shit. Somebody made it better. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, it had to be put in there to explain it. I just feel like I don't know if it's slavery or we just hard on ourselves due to the fact that we black or whatever. But I just feel like we over criticize ourselves and we extra critical, and it's no different than what they do to Tyler Perry movies and all that stuff. And I really feel like you shouldn't be a yes man. But at the same time, we don't gotta call all these black movies trash because we disagree with certain parts of it. Yeah. I think you should take the whole story into context and then judge it accordingly. You don't gotta just trash every album or every athlete or every movie because we got the weight of the world on our shoulders to be great because of slavery or because of what we're trying to accomplish. And I really feel like we're putting too much pressure on ourselves to be perfect or to be these to rewrite history. You know what I mean? Yeah, because people whatever budget they had. And they tried to make the best movie on whatever. But y'all think people go into these studios and they got $1 million to put towards this movie? They got, $4 and $5 million to put on a movie. They don't. Yeah, because they got family and bills and all that stuff like we got. But they doing the best they can to get this movie out here, to get this, to get the story out. Because y'all probably were begging for a long time. Why they ain't put a movie out about Madam C.J. Walker? They put a damn movie out. You complain. Oh, why they put this movie about Madam C.J. Walker? Why they ain't do it this way? Why? No matter what, there's gonna be a complaint. People are never gonna be happy. Yeah, and I like how they address the whole light skin and the whole size and the beauty and stuff. I like that part too.
that need to be talked about more. That's gonna be probably in our next episode. We're gonna dive into that. Before hold us accountable. Y'all wanna comment, you know what I mean? But like you were saying, don't get up here crying about the cursing or whatever you want fixed with the podcast. But like if you got any comments and if you disagree, you can comment on the YouTube or the Instagram or the inbox or the DM or the text or the call. You can reach us on social media, all social media sites, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. UFO _ podcast. That's UFO _ podcast. And you can reach me on Facebook, Joshua Cruz, parentheses, Paradox. I have about 2 or 3 pages. All of them are me, but I'm on that page more. You can reach Mel Payton on Facebook. You can reach UFO Podcast on Facebook. And that's how it's spelled, UFO Podcast. And that's and you can join the group Unpopular Facts and Opinions on Facebook as well. And feel free to send mail all your dick pics because I know they coming.
No.
And everybody gonna fall in love with you and want to marry you overnight.
Don't send them to me.
They coming, so you might as well get ready. You know what I mean?
I just want to say, you guys join into the UFO group and send us your thoughts, your ideas, send us your opinions. Don't get up there talking about the cursing and shit because we still gonna be cursing Wednesday. It ain't gonna change. I am not gonna get up here and try to change what the fuck I said to make social media happy. Because even if I stop cursing, there's gonna be that one bitch like, oh, I miss the old Mel that used to curse a lot. So it's like, I'm not. I'm just gonna be me. I'm not gonna get up here and keep trying to please the world. I'm not gonna try to be, phony and fake with it. I'm not about to do that. I'm not. Nah. What you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, leave your thoughts and your opinions because we really. I value your thoughts and opinions. I ain't gonna give too much of a fuck about it, but I do want to see what y'all think could be changed, or what could be better, what you liked about it. Especially leave positive feedback. Learn to leave positive feedback. Let us know topics that you want to have discussed. You know what I'm saying? And then we even talked about, bringing whoever topic we pick, we want to bring you in on it.
And then we can have contests and stuff about it or whatever. You know what I mean? Somebody topic or whatever. You never know. We're gonna roll it out on YouTube and SoundCloud while we're in this quarantine, and then it's gonna eventually be on Anchor, Spotify, and iTunes. But for right now, it's just gonna be audio. We're gonna have video soon. Just grow with us. This is not how I wanted to roll it out conventionally, but due to the circumstances of me being in Las Vegas, her being in Colorado, and the quarantine happened and we couldn't get together to actually record it with the cameras and do a real production or whatever. So it'll be YouTube visuals of us, like you actually seeing us, to be able to critique if you want to fuck one of us, or if we got fly gear, or we got fly gear on, or if we cool enough, or if you like somebody's shape up, or you like her hair, you like her titties, that's why y'all really want to see us. Really, let's be real. Most people want to see people so they can decide who they want to fuck or who they gravitate towards more, who got more swag and all that corny shit. All that superficial shit, but it's coming. We're gonna flirt with that idea, and we're actually gonna grow as a podcast. It's gonna be more hosts and more people. And I have a few people in mind. Mel probably does too, but right now it's Docs and Mel. And we're not saying that there's not gonna be more people, but just rock with us, grow with us. Just give us feedback, just build with us. This might inspire you to start a podcast. You can start a podcast and we can do podcasts together and combine like damn big ass goddamn Goliath or something.
Stupid.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Y'all have a wonderful day, stay safe and prayed up.
Wash your fucking hands. And stay in the house. So you can't get the fuck off of punishment. Stay in the house. Do what people are telling you to do so we can get off punishment.
And we are out of here.
All right.
Bye-bye.